Hey, Face, how do I get rid of the live stream? Or not live stream, the letterbox. All live stream. Sharing broadcast settings? Oh, I'm gonna share about that. Okay. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Oh, he was waiting on me? Oh, shit. Let me catch this L. Yeah. I got smoked by Atlanta. All he would do is throw Julio Jones. That was it, and I couldn't stop him. I couldn't stop him.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the...
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
What store is that?
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
I missed that one too.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones.
So
and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings 40.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go,
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Protect yourself, man.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Damn it, man.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54. And let's get this, get this. Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete to Ryan Grant. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Throwing the dive that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Damn it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We own it. 36.
Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg.
Circle, what the
Big
fuck?
loss here as he's taken down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Cousins. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and Graham's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on out here. Come get some. Flip it down. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open.
God damn it,
It's
he scored
Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Why? What are you doing, bro? Oh my God, dude.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thielen was what? Oh my.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Bruh, I'm getting wrecked, bro. You watching this shit?
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
It's 10 to fucking
Rodgers is gonna go down.
nothing. I threw 2 picks.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down
Bro,
play.
I can't do nothing. Like, Because I'm Green Bay. Bro, because I'm choppy, like everything's choppy, dude. Like I miss a wide open.
17. Throwing is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be brought down.
I gotta go to broadcast settings, right?